Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. This side, Rahul Magan here as a CEO of Treasury Consulting LLP. And today we are going to speak about a very dedicated topic on our YouTube channel, which is PV01, present value of 1 basis point, which is shortly known as the impact of 1 bips on the price of the bond. So in this we have taken few examples. Now what are these examples? What we a demo we did that we assume that there is a bond who is issued on 15th of January 2002, and this bond is going to be matured on 15th of January 2017. So this is exactly, I would say this is exactly the bond. This is exactly the bond which like a 15-year bond. This is exactly the 15-year bond. So what we did, this bond would have a settlement date, or the last price, coupon is going to be paid on 16th of September 2016, right? So what we did, we first computed we have taken the fresh the price in the market, in the OTC market, which was traded at 100.41. Now you can see it here. This is a hard coded number, so we had assumed that this price is trading at 100.41 in the market. Now what we did, we computed the yield here, which is F2. Now how we computed the yield, let me show you again while computing of my own. Like, see here, I need to reduce this size little bit here. Okay, I'll show you how to calculate the yield. Now what we did, I assume that I don't know anything about the formula of yield. Now what I did, I computed the settlement. When the settlement happened, this tap. Then I compute the maturity. When the maturity would happen, this rate. 8% is the coupon. How much is the price? 100.41. How much is the redemption? 100. Hard coded. How much is the frequency? Frequency we assume that you wanted to change. Let me change it to 4, which is quarterly, assuming. Then we assume of the basis point. Now basis point, we assume this at 4, right? And then we put it enter. Now we got this price, which is 6.72. Let me do one thing here. Now before let me change this to 4. Okay, now you got it, 6.7248. This is how, if we convert this into percentage, just 2 decimals here, there, you will get to know. I'll repeat F2. First you will take the settlement, and then you will take the maturity, then you will take the coupon rate, then you take the present value, then you take the redemption, then you take the frequency, and then you will take it the basis point. Now what would happen, the yield is computed at 6.7428. This is the yield which we computed for our purpose. Now we wanted to see what would be the impact on the bond price if the same yield would have get down by 1 bips, or it would get increased, if it going to be increased by 1 bips, or if it is going to be decreased by 1 bips. This is certainly we are interested in calculating. So what we did, let me increase a line here, Alt IR, and let me write here Control D. So what I write, present value of 1 bips plus, this is present value of 1 bips minus. Okay, let me calculate the first plus. So we did F2. How we calculated? How would you calculate the impact of 1 bips if you are going to increase the yield by 1 basis point? And how would you calculate the fresh price? Of course, the formula is right up front to you. This is how you will calculate the fresh price. Now let me calculate the fresh price for you here as well. I will use formula price, and I will say Control A. Now everything is known to you. Settlement date here, maturity here, rate 8, yield 6.7, redemption you will get 100. and frequency we assumed it 4, and then we assume basis 4, and then I wrote enter. But one change I need to do, since we are taking frequency as 4, so I need to do a change here. This is 4. Now how much do you got? 100.409 this. Now how much is the change if we increase this by 1 bips? If we increase the frequency by, this is we increase the frequency by 1 bips. Now what was the frequency? Yield white 12. Now what we did, we will do white 12 plus 0.01%. 1 bips means 0.0001 or 0.01%. Enter. You will get this. Now what is an impact? Very simple. If you increase the yield, price will come down. So this minus this, we just increase this number, you will get 32659. Now you can correct that. This number is tallying with this number. Same way we will calculate if the yield would get down by if the yield would get down by 1 bips. How we would calculate? Now I am going to just take this is I am writing PV01 plus 1 bips. Now here I am going to calculate for minus 1 bips. First I am going to use the formula of the price. I will say control A. Control A means settlement. Settlement is this. Then you have maturity this. Then you have rate this. Then you have yield this. Now you wanted to yield by reduce by 1 bips minus 0.01%. Okay. Then you have redemption, of course 100. Then you have frequency 4. Then you have basis 4. You will put enter. And how much is the change you will get? You will get this. This price. Okay. Now what do? You just need to reduce this by minus. You will get the same. Right? You can see that this number is tallying with this number. I will press both of them as control V. Yeah, I will give them one color, yellow. This price is tallying with this price, which is the increase. I will give this as a fresh. I will give them this a fresh color, say blue. Control V. This is how we calculate the present value of 1 basis point or the impact of 1 bips in the bond value. But this would have certain disadvantages also, because there is nothing in the world which do not have any disadvantage. And the disadvantage here is that if you are calculating the impact of 1 bips, then you can only calculate for price to price basis, right? But what would happen if you have a complete portfolio? Then what would you do? In the sense you would have a complete portfolio, then you need to calculate the weighted average impact. Now that weighted average impact you need to calculate using weighted average yield. Now the yield which you are taking here would be the weighted average yield, or the price which you are taking here would be the weighted average price. This would have lot of implications in the system. Now what do you mean by implication is, implication means what would happen if the few bonds have embedded options. Example, they have call option, they have put option. What would happen if the bonds are facing extension risk, that price is going up? What do you mean by, the interest rate is going up? What do you mean if the bond prices are bonds are facing contraction risk? It means the yields are getting down. What do you happen if they are non-maturity deposits? So there are a lot of stuff. So in that regards, when it comes to the complete portfolio, it is always not very easy to calculate that. We need to certainly think in that perspective, and this is how things it would be. This is how things would be. But believe me that present value of 1 basis point or basis where the impact of 1 bips on the bond, it's a very interesting concept, and in our next video or very soon in one of our videos, we try and calculate the impact of 1 bips when you would have an embedded option. In the embedded option, you would have a call option or you would have a put option, but we surely try and calculate this for you. With this, we thank you very much, and you are most welcome to note our contact details. This is treasuryconsultingllp@gmail.com. Our alternate email ID is rahulmagan8@gmail.com. Our handle is my handle is 9899242978 with the Skype connect of Rahul5327 and Twitter of @RahulMagan8. We thank you very much for your patience and your time listening to us. More important videos and more good videos on the way. Thank you and have good luck.